What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Frozen Time number 6. Who we with here today, man?
You know what I'm saying? It's young Galaxy, the nigga who rap kind of fast. Yeah, that's me. Hi, wrong world. How you doing?
Man, shout out Galaxy, man. Now, listen. Usually I have my webcam and I have my questions in my phone on my phone. I just pull it up that way. We trying something different because I hated showing myself without. I showed it. Hated. Fuck. See, I'm already fucking up. I hated showing myself. I hated not showing myself. So y'all get to see
Understandable.
my little beauty face. I got a little trim, so we hiding it though. So
Real.
now look,
I don't got no trim, but the hair hiding it. So
the, the hair hiding it. Now look, I gotta ask this already.
right.
Just because I know you a competitive gamer, because the reason why we started 15 minutes late is
Oh
because he was
man.
playing Sparking Zero.
Okay.
Now look,
Okay. Right.
is it because fellow Rumble World member, shout out the last interview, Schmoke
Right.
said he was one of the best gamers, if not the best gamer in Rumble World. Now I gotta call your cap on that. Is that true? Is you number 2? Because I know you a CRASHOUT. Is you number 2?
That is that is definitely not true. Smoke don't even be on the game like that, so I don't even know why he came up here and he started lying like that.
He said in his words that he plays the game a lot, and it comes to fighting games, he's one of the best, and that he said he'll beat my ass in Smash. And I was like, I'm not putting up with that. But
So boom, right?
yeah.
So boom, right? Smoke has this habit of saying he's better than people in something, and he never throws no hands. I haven't fought him once, and he's talking. No, he's not. The people who play games more than anybody in the group is me and Comic Guy, but it's mostly me. And I really mostly play fighting games. I play my adventure games, my story games, but fighting games, that's where I come from. So, and I'm one of the most competitive fighting game players in the group. So I'll say this, and I'll say it's an even playing field in fighting games between me and Survey, and that's it. I don't know where Smoke came from. When me and Survey was playing Smash, we was dogging everybody. So
would you say that because he ain't really throw no hands? Would you say that he might? I'm trying to start stuff off real quick. Content. Would you say he the worst? Because he don't throw no hands, so you can't even say he's one of the best.
I won't say he the worst, but I will not put him on no type of leaderboard unless a fade come my way. All right,
fair enough. Fair enough.
That's it.
Now, I didn't even know this until before I was waiting on your dumb ass the whole time. I was waiting. I didn't even notice this, and I checked Instagram. Instagram at Galaxy, by the way. I forgot. Is that the whole thing, or is that just Galaxy?
Galaxy and then an underscore.
Galaxy underscore. Make sure I go follow him. And you got a new song coming out soon.
Yes, just announced that. I've had that song in the tuck before I even left to go to college. This was before. This is early August. I made this song, but I've been plotting out the drops. And I was like, I want to drop something else for the year end. So yeah, new single called "Walk 'Em Down." Dropping December 14th, exactly a week from now. Stay tuned. It's just a quick little banger. Not nothing too serious, but I'm trying to make head boppers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I mean?
I feel you. Now look, that's probably what, last drop of the year.
Yeah, most likely the last drop of the year. I ain't been too active this year, but when I have dropped, I've dropped some insane music according to opinions from people.
Yeah, I can't lie, he has.
So, next year I got a lot of plans in store though.
Now look, that's man. You lead into my next question real quick. 2025. Right. What's young Galaxy? What's his plan? What's the move for next year? Any album works? Any album looks?
So I will say
anything you can say. Anything you can say.
I can confirm that I will be dropping a little little six song EP next year. I don't know when, but I know it's gonna drop. And just maybe, if we can come together on it, just maybe, y'all may get Hydroplanet too. Just maybe, just maybe, just maybe, just maybe.
Shout out ADK, man.
Because
here's my thing.
Talk to him about that.
No, hey, listen. I'm outing him real quick. I'm calling him out. Knowing him, we ain't getting that shit. We gonna get that shit in December of next year.
Hey, listen, man. If I hit him up a couple times and annoy him about it, and we both in that mode, we can really start cooking. But I ain't gonna lie, we were supposed to start working on it like at the beginning of this year, and we did not do that at all. Like, not at all. And the songs that we made that we said were gonna be on the project were just singles we just wanted to drop. So, like, you know, we got a whole, like, I think we got some beats for it too.
Mm-hmm.
We just haven't cooked yet.
That makes sense. that makes sense. Now, look, speaking of Hydroplanet, you know, hopefully Hydroplanet 2 comes in, you know, hopefully soon. I don't want to hear it be like the Pokemon Cypher where we got to wait a year and a half for it. Shout out Shofu.
Man, I still haven't listened to that cypher yet. I'm not going to lie.
That shit's, listen, that shit's gas. Make sure y'all check out my last reaction on that, by the way. Where's my camera? Make sure y'all check out the last reaction on that, by the way. That shit's gas. Now, look. Hydroplanet. I was listening to that while, you know, getting my research going and all that stuff. Now,
got you.
What's your favorite song that you dropped from Hydroplanet? Because I know the one that introduced me to you was Asteroid Coaster. Asteroid Coaster.
Asteroid Coaster. So, fun fact. Asteroid Coaster is actually the very first. Wait, is it the very first? No. Asteroid Coaster is
song number 2.
I think it's either one, the first, or the second song we recorded for that project. So we just decided to drop that. But I'll say my favorite song from that project is Legend of the Seven Rings. Favorite song of that project.
That shit was kind of gas.
Because on Asteroid Coaster, while it was getting to, so, you know, I felt like at first me and ADK was on like an even playing field. And
Mm-hmm.
then after my verse, he came back in for another verse. So now I'm like, okay, fuck you. So I was like, all right, so you did this to me. You came back for another verse that will, like, you know, verify that you low-key got me on this track.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I was like, Legend of the Seven Rings, I'm getting my get back. You know what I mean? So
that was what? That was track. Was that right at? No, that wasn't right after Asteroid Coaster, right? I think it was like middle of the album, huh?
No, that was right after Colors. I forgot which track number Colors was, but it was right after Colors.
Yeah, that was. I remember correctly. What made me mad is that I just listened to it. Like, I just heard Colors like 20 minutes ago. I think it was like track 6 or so. Something like that. Now, because you was telling me you were speaking about before you went to college and everything. This makes me want to ask because if y'all don't know, I'm technically, you know, that's little bro right now because he a year younger than me. I'm gonna say it like that. I'm sorry, you little bro by a full half a year.
Bro, I'm literally younger than everybody, bro. I'm younger than everybody.
This makes me it makes me happy. There's someone younger than me. This is great.
Bro. Youngest one around the world, man. Somebody.
Now,
bro.
What about now? You in college, graduated from high school, all that stuff. But how was Galackz as like growing up in middle school, high school? Were you like chill, more of like I'm just here to get my shit cooking and I'm going home? Were you a crash out? Like, were you dumb as shit? Like, what were we thinking?
I'll say like in middle school, I was like, when I was younger, I definitely had anger issues. I'm not gonna lie. I had anger issues.
Yeah.
The most smallest things would make me mad. Say if something annoyed me earlier in the day, if I'm wearing jeans and like one of the hoops on the jeans get caught on the door, I'm crashing out. You know what I'm saying? Like I was one of those.
Me too. No worries about it.
You know what I mean? But I'll say, you know, progressively as I was growing up is when I started mellowing out more. You know what I mean? and I didn't, fully get to this state until probably like 2 years ago or last year. 2 years ago or last year, I would just get mad at everything. I was just like, fuck everybody. But throughout that whole time, I was making music. Who is knocking on my door, bro? I'm doing an interview. Like,
they're not respecting it. They're not respecting it.
They not respecting. Like, I don't. That he is gone. But anyways,
you getting it's that junk mail.
But yeah. But let's see. This nigga keep knocking on. Give me a second. Cut.
I'll edit this out. I'll edit this out. Man, listen. Galaxy funny as shit. I don't care. I might not even cut this part. I just want to listen. This is funny. Now listen, how we feeling about this? I got my hair. I got my my beard trimmed and all that stuff. Now listen. Shout out Overtime. Got a little discounted hoodie. Shout out Overtime. I might cut this part out. I probably will. This motherfucker hilarious.
I'm back.
Hold up. One sec.
Got you.
My shit turned off. We back. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
Yeah.
I'll cut.
All right.
Re-go. There we go.
All right, cool. So where did we
sorry about that. Y'all gonna see the little leaving part, and then we're gonna cut, and it's gonna be back. We left off on you kind of mellowing out now as I think it was like junior year. Like you said, like 2 years ago, right? So like roughly like senior year.
Yeah. So growing up, I was like mellowing out. As I was getting older, I grew up and I was like, bro, why am I so angry? You know what I'm saying? It's like there's no point. Like that's a very toxic emotion. So I just get rid of it. But when I'm not saying get rid of it, because it come back sometimes when I get really, really stressed. But I
was gonna say when you playing Sparking Zero, does that anger come back?
Oh, the anger only comes back when I'm playing the game. I had to leave the room yesterday. I was playing last night. I had the headset on and everything. I thought I was gonna win the match, and I didn't. So I dropped the controller. I dropped the headphones too, and I left the room.
Listen, I don't understand. If you have him on Twitter, he doesn't post that much unless it's regarding to music or something Rumble related. And then
man.
and the only thing I see is something similar to like, yeah, I'm done with Sparking Zero. I hate this. I'm not playing this game no more. This game is horrible.
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, bro. I don't even tweet that much. I just, tweet when I drop music, tweet when I want to rant real quick, and then I'm gone. Or Rumble World. Then I'm gone. So
I was like the fact that you went on there and did that, I was like, oh yeah, no, I know he was pissed.
Yeah, bro. So I gotta rant, bro. I gotta rant. I gotta rant somewhere. Some people gotta know the pain that I'm going through at the moment.
No,
that game,
I feel that.
That game is going to make me a crash out again. And I absolutely hate it. Am I gonna stop playing it? No, because I paid $100 for it. So
yeah. Yeah, I'm the same way.
I gotta hold that.
Now listen, who's your main? Who do you main on there? Because if you pick one answer that I'm thinking of, I'm gonna end this and we're not getting this interview. I'll be honest with you.
Well,
I'll drop this last part and say this is what happened.
Listen, man. He kind of on my arm, bro. He kind of on my arm. That's Bardock right there. I don't know if the camera could pick it up.
Yeah,
that's my man's Bardock. It's my boy for life, man. Bardock, man.
I can't get mad about that.
Can't go wrong with Bardock.
If you would have said something like Gogeta,
oh no,
hang up real quick.
No,
hang up real quick. No. I
hate Gogeta players myself, bro. I'm an underdog.
I can't lie. At the start, I was Vegito Blue. I was manning him. I got called a bitch, and it said I was sweaty, and then I said, all right, not doing this no more, because don't disrespect me. I'm gonna crash out.
Right?
Don't disrespect me. Now look, if we played Sparking Zero, how badly would I beat you? That's what I really want to know.
No. No.
All right. Just want to see your reaction. Ladies and gentlemen, we always go for clips here. All right, short form content. We are going to see that on YouTube.
You know what I mean?
Now, speaking of Sparking Zero, and I'm gonna call out your boy here on this one. Speaking of, because we talked about him earlier. You said you're really good at Sparking Zero, and I know you're really good at Dragon Ball Xenoverse.
Oh, don't get me started on that.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Oh Lord, you've been around for a while.
Yeah, I've been around for a minute. Now look, when you faced ADK on Xenoverse 2, hey, listen, I'm calling him out here.
Oh my god.
Well,
go ahead.
When you faced him on Xenoverse 2, check out his gaming channel with my camera. Check out his gaming channel and make sure that on there, because it's still up there. By the way, it's still uploaded.
It's still up there.
Because we as like viewers, we saw the video, we're like, oh yeah, no, he's pissed. He's done. What was the afterwards part of that? Do you remember that?
Well, it wasn't too much, bro. It was just like the regular comments, it's like, yeah, yo, this nigga need to touch grass, bro. This nigga unemployed, bro. And I'm like, yeah, I was expecting this.
Well, I looked on the comments. I think my comments still done. I go, yeah, nope, I ain't playing Galaxy.
Bro,
I ain't doing that.
For the niggas who've been around, they would know that before I made music, I was a gaming channel. And I became a Xenoverse YouTuber for like 3 years straight.
Jesus.
I dropped nothing but Xenoverse. And none of my friends could beat me at Xenoverse. That was the one game that I was just really good at for no reason. I had no reason to be that good at that game, but I just was. And then when I dropped it and I was like, all right, I'm cool off it, then I get called out. And I'm like, okay, now I gotta come back on here and whoop your ass. Like that's one of those games for me that I just don't get rusty at. I kind of just stay the same. I don't really get rusty at that game.
Now listen, do you think I know Sparking Zero dropped technically like a Budokai Tenkaichi 4 in that aspect. Do you think that we get in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3?
Well,
because you a gamer. I'm good at games. I ain't a gamer. I'm just good at games. So I'm like, do you think we get into Xenoverse 3, or do you think it's just chopped after Sparking Zero?
I'll say this. I think for some reason, in the future, like I'll probably say a couple years from now, we may actually get it. And I'm only saying that because even as repetitive as Xenoverse 2 is, it's one of like the best things that Dragon Ball has done for the gaming community. If we're being honest, everybody wanted to make their own character and have their own character and all that, and people hated Ultimate Tenkaichi. So then we got Xenoverse, and it was like, oh, we create our own characters. We can use any move we want. We can get these transformations, and the people love that. And then they kept on adding moves and kept on adding transformations and all that. So, and with something that was that big, and I think at some point in the next coming years, they're going to make another Xenoverse. And as much as, as repetitive as the game is, I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy it too.
I'm gonna buy it, but Xenoverse 2 is getting a little repetitive now. That game's still in my soul, but it's so repetitive. Like,
do you still play it, or is you kind of like Sparking Zero straight?
Oh, bro! After Sparking Zero came out, that was the only time in life that I deleted Xenoverse. Damn. I deleted that shit. Or, okay, so no, it's still on my console. I had the PS5 version and the PS4 version. The PS4 version is still there, but the PS5 version is gone. I forgot the PS4 version existed, so it's kind of just there.
You had the PS5 version and the PS4 version, and you said, nah, I'm getting rid of the PS5 version instead of the PS4 version, and just left the PS4. All right, for sure. Nah,
Man, because I got a whole storage drive that keeps all my PlayStation 4 games in there. So, and it's just kind of there, it's just its own
Yeah,
little storage. So I just kind of forgot about it. So
that's
it's just
fair.
there.
It's just okay. That's fair. Nah, that mean that okay. That mean I was like at first I'm like he has the five. All my PS4 games is cooked. All my PS4 games is off. I got PS5 now.
That's fully understandable. I won't even blame you for that one.
Now swinging back from the gaming side to the music side because the music is even why I even knew. Wait, hey, turn that. Wait, is that a Stanley or Arctic?
It's that Stanley, man.
Man, I got the exact same one in color, bro. Oh, I left it at work. The blue one's is
I
good.
actually, I actually won this. Fun fact: I won this from winning a Tekken tournament.
Damn.
I won a Tekken tournament, and they gave me that, and I'm like, y'all
Why?
told me I was gonna get money. Where's the money
Did
at?
you get no money from it?
No, they gave me the Stanley. They gave me like a signed certificate from a football player, a signed helmet from a football player, a signed mini helmet. And it would be cool. The only thing is, I don't watch fucking football. So like,
You don't even know who it is, huh?
oh, I don't even know what it is, but I know if I hear they retire, I'm selling it.
That's fair.
I'm
Yeah,
selling it.
that's fair. They don't be giving out shit. Now look, going into the music part, right? Because music is
Got you.
even how I heard about you. I didn't even know you did Xenoverse. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't even know that part. But music's how I heard of you on, and I was going back and I was listening, and you've actually been making music like on Spotify only for like what the last 3 years? 2021, huh? If I
Yeah,
remember looking correctly, it was 2021, huh?
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So you've always had this same type of style, right?
Uh
More
huh.
of the fast, but with the bars thing, because
Hmm.
and I'm gonna get more into on the bars part in a minute. But how
Right.
do you feel like your style has more of not necessarily like changed, but more of like just gotten that same style, but like improved it? Or do you feel like you've totally done like a 180 on certain songs?
So you're saying like compared to now, compared to like back then?
Yeah, compared to like when you were starting it, even on like Hydro Planet 2, even to like just your latest song, "Get Around" with Gods.
So for the people that know, I have some tracks on Spotify. No, no, not Spotify. My fault. I have some tracks on SoundCloud
Hmm.
that go even further back. So yeah, and I don't even really say that because I kind of low key just try to forget my SoundCloud ever existed. But at the end of the day, I still had some.
Yeah,
It's like nostalgia when I go back and look at my SoundCloud. I don't listen to them tracks no more though. But um,
yeah.
but I'll say going from what you said from 2021 to now, uh, I'll say from then to now, my flows
Hmm.
1,000% better. Boy, when I tell you, and this is a fact, when I tell you, you can ask anybody in Rumble World, I used to have the most repetitive and worst flow in the group. You can ask any of them, and I promise they will agree with me. I used to have the worst flow, the most repetitive flow in the same group. I literally do the same flow for each bar for the same song for 2 minutes for the whole song. So, and then everybody kept getting on my ass about that.
Hmm.
But at the time, I was like what? I was like an ignorant ass 15-year-old. So I'm like, man, fuck y'all niggas. Y'all niggas ain't gonna tell me what to do. Whole time I'm fucking up my career by being
Yeah.
ass. So, you know, at some point I took initiative into that, and I was like, you know what? Let me
Change it.
work on
Hmm.
something. Yeah, let me work on something. So then I started experimenting, doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that, and over the years, boom, I learned how to make punchlines. I'm like, oh, what the fuck is this? This shit feel good. This a punchline? Yeah, I like that. So boom, did that. Then I had the flows. I always, I'm not gonna lie, I always had like very
Hmm.
interesting flows, but like I said, there was a time where the certain flow would get repetitive. Like you'd hear this flow at least once or twice or three times
Hmm.
in each of my songs that I used to do. But overall, I used to always have a good flow. So, but I knew that. I just had to add punchlines to it. So
Yeah.
I added punchlines to it. I worked on the flow, expanded it way more. And now I'm doing all this crazy shit that you hear now. It's literally just been a build up from all of these years. And now I went from having one of the most repetitive flows in the group to being nominated. And I won the awards last year for Rumble World for the best flow artist of the year. You know, progression.
Progression, yeah.
Progression, yeah, bro.
I listened to Asteroid Coaster. Fucking love that song. I'm gonna shout that song out as much as I can. I was listening to that one, and then I heard, and I wanted to hear a song from each year. I wanted to hear 2022, heard that song, and I was like, all right, that's gas. Then I went to 2023, and it wasn't that much to choose on that I could think of off the top of my head. But the one I heard was surprisingly, ironically, your song to Jamar, Deadhead.
Oh,
I heard that one, and then I listened to your Face to Face with Savade. Shout out Savade. And then I heard your Get Around. Is it Get Around? That's what song I'm thinking of?
Yeah, Get Around
with Gods.
Yeah.
And I heard that one, and I kept hearing the bars was there. Deadhead was a lot of bars there. That was a very fun. I felt bad because I kind of started that thing because I told Jamar not to do that, and then he did it. So I'm gonna take that one on the chin. I'm gonna take that one on my chest. All right. I learned my lesson this time.
Yeah, man. That guy.
Nah, and I was hearing the bars. I was hearing the flow, and the one thing I was noticing a lot was the style. Like you said, the style, the flow, everything felt different. Especially the last two songs with the one with Savade even on like a Face to Face song, which is more of just going back and forth. And on that one and the one with Gods, like the style was completely. I was like, "Who the fuck is this? Like, who are we listening to at this rate?" Because I was so used to the type of flow you've had before. Even on like Deadhead, like there was a couple times I've heard the flow and I was like, "Okay, I've heard this flow a little bit before." Right. And then I heard that one, I was like, this is different. I don't know this guy.
Right.
And so that's why I was out. That's why I came to ask that question. But do you have a follow up off the top of my head? Do you ever feel like sometimes, and you might have an obvious answer, but like I'm gonna ask it anyway. Do you ever feel like sometimes because of how young you are, you get kind of like not really pushed aside, but like sometimes those you can kind of like you see other artists who are bigger, like more experienced, like more like older artists who use that same flow, and then you'll get kind of pushed aside by other. Not that I'm trying to say this right. More necessarily like criticized more because of you being a younger artist. Have that ever happened? Because I've seen. Because like I'm not gonna lie, I ain't saying no names, but obviously, and I've seen a lot of artists use the same flow on like 4 straight songs on like a repetitiveness part, and then I've seen like some even Rumble World artists use a flow on one song, use a different flow on the next song, go back to the same flow on the from the first song on the third song, and then sometimes they get kind of criticized or the song doesn't do as well. Like, has that happened? Has you necessarily experienced that, or?
I'll say, so like going back to my old days.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Telling you that flow that I had years ago, I'd switch it up probably one song somehow, go right back to it, and then it's like, where your progress at? You know? Yeah. So I was just like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do, bro? But yes, I've taken probably the most criticism out of the group. Mm-hmm. Like when it comes to, just to make who I am now, crazy criticism has went into that. And I definitely got to think, he was definitely hard on me, but, at the end of the day, it worked. And who was hardest on me was Gods Zidane. That's my guy right there, man. He was
shout out Texas.
Man, he was real. He's just a crazy music head. Mm. So, at the end of the day, even though how he says this or, what he might say, at the end of the day, he's still trying to help you grow as an artist.
Yeah.
So, even though his words could be harsh sometimes, they work for me at the end of the day. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? So I'm thankful for Galickz, because without Galickz, it probably would have took longer for me to get here. You know what I mean?
Man,
But yeah,
that's one thing I learned from about Texas people because I'm originally from Cali. Shout out California and all them people in there. And then I've been
got
living in
you.
Texas all my life, and I'm thinking this now as a music head. Yeah, we don't have a way with words. We gonna call it like it is. We gonna hurt your feelings, but it's
Yeah,
nothing but love at the end of the day. And especially I've noticed that with man. Speaking of gods, I've noticed that shit on Twitter.
yeah, man.
He gonna call it like it is.
He gonna call it how it is, man.
Especially in this scene. And I be trying to like, I be liking it, and I be not trying to get in anything, so I be like liking it and being like, damn, talk, and just move on my day. Because
Yeah, man.
guys don't care.
God's gonna say it. I don't care that much to say shit online. That's why you don't even see me that much,
Hmm.
like just tweeting. But the things that I don't say online, Gods will be vocal about it. I will tell him to it in Discord, but Gods will be the one to say it on Twitter,
We
and
not,
that's him.
you know,
That's not me.
we guys. If you see this, I agree with you on NPC. That's all I'm gonna say on that aspect. But I ain't gonna say it on my tweet.
Right? Exactly. Exactly.
Speaking of music, speaking of this scene, speaking of this community, I always ask this because I know NPC is in Dallas, and I understand, man. I ain't gonna lie, them prices is fucking expensive, especially for people in college like us. I ain't gonna lie with you, them shits is a
Yeah.
lot of monies.
Yeah.
is you is
My
you?
fault.
I know you're not speak because of all that stuff is in the summer. Are you gonna be at NPC? If not, or at least you're gonna be in the like Dallas area, just because
Um.
I got. I'm going. I'm going, but I'm gonna be in the area. I
So.
ain't going to the event. That's too expensive.
So I'll say I don't I I'm not sure yet,
Hmm.
but the goal is to, like, I ain't going to the venue.
Yeah.
Respectfully, respectfully, I do not care that much.
Same here. I
I
ain't
don't.
gonna lie. Respectfully,
Um,
I'm just here to meet people.
yeah. So most likely, I'll probably be able to go, like, go in there, Rumble World, being a B&B and all that.
Hmm.
Especially like saving money from now to then. What you said it's in the summer,
June.
right?
Yeah, I think it's in July if I remember correctly. June or July. It's like late June or July.
I mean, yeah, I should be able to, like, just pull up an area. And I've never been to Texas before, so
Hey, this shit's
low
hot.
key, yeah, yeah, in July, yeah, you're right. Um,
this shit. Listen, we was complaining about the cold. This shit hot.
yeah, so I'll definitely try to pull up in July, see what's going on. And yeah, but I think I should be able to pull up though at the end of the day.
For sure, for sure. I'm gonna be in the area. I don't know if I'm gonna be in the venue yet. If y'all can sneak me in, that would be great too. We gonna and then
Yeah,
we gonna move on that aspect because listen, I'm in college. I'm broke. I don't got no monies.
that's real. That's real.
Now, speaking of this scene and everything, I know we gonna keep this as non hateful as possible on this.
Right.
But I know there's been a lot of issues with the scene on some different aspects in the community wise. But as an artist wise, is there
Hmm.
anybody that in this scene that you would want to collab with? If so, what's on like that realistic radar? Like, yeah, if I send him a text, we gonna collaborate probably like in 4 hours from now. Or and on that dream radar, like, man, if I keep maybe in the future we can see.
Okay, so
You can't say
I'll
Rumble
say,
World, don't count.
yeah, nah. I'll say, so probably the only person, because like, to be honest, I don't even like really talk to nerdcore niggas that much. It's really just I really just talk to me and my world for real. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie, but I'll say I think the friendship I've built
Hmm.
with Diggs is probably one of the only people at the moment where I could send him a verse, be like, hey yo, let me get this in like 4 hours, and he will send it back. Because I've met Diggs on like multiple occasions,
Yeah.
Yeah, I met Diggs on multiple occasions because he's from Jersey. I'm from Jersey too. So we just met up one day, chopped it up.
The Mets still
We
suck, by the way.
hey
I saw it in the background. I had to say it. I was waiting for you to say where you from, and I was like, Mets still suck.
man, this is my roommate stuff. This ain't even my stuff. So
Tell your roommate I said it suck. I'm a Red Sox fan. If you can't, I'm a hot head.
man, but yeah, me and Diggs real cool. We just chilled on multiple occasions. So
Mm-hmm.
Diggs is probably that person I could, like send a verse. If I give him like a quick little deadline, I think he'll be able to get it back to me because I know Diggs is like kind of known for getting verses
Yeah,
back
yeah,
mad
yeah, yeah.
quick if you need it. And I'll say for the people that I like, there's only two people in the scene that I've literally only really wanted to collab with for a while now,
Mm-hmm.
and that is Zach B and Nem Raps. Love them
Shout out,
boys,
yeah. That Nem Rap song could go nuts.
bro. Zach B is he was like the very first person that like I could really like dive into his music when I was like really getting into nerdcore.
Mm-hmm.
And he just I don't know, he just really piqued my interest. And them raps, I just heard him on a bunch of ciphers. I went to his songs and I'm like, he can rap. Yeah, he can rap.
Man, shout
So
out Nem.
really,
That would be a good one. Nem Raps. I can't lie though. Nem, if you
yeah,
see this,
yeah, really, that it's just them two for real for me, at least. Yeah,
yeah, nice.
yeah,
I can't lie, nice. Now, I asked you on 2025, right? I asked you earlier about
right.
2025, and I was like, you got any work coming up? You said possibly a little EP. Now,
Mm-hmm.
speaking of Rumble World, you and there was who was it? It was you, Jamar, and Walnut, right? On that one EP, I forgot what it was called. Tale of Three
Oh,
Roses.
Death comes in
Death
threes.
comes in threes.
Yep.
Now, is we getting not necessarily a part two, but is we getting more music with that one? Because I'm not gonna lie, that one was one of them ones. That one's in my. I think I got most of the songs in my playlist right now.
Whew. Well.
If you, hey, listen, if you can't say anything, you can't say nothing. I ain't gonna.
Oh no. Oh no. I'll say that's probably not happening again. I'm not gonna lie. That's probably not happening again. Uh, I won't go too into it because I don't feel I feel like that's kind of stirring up drama.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's gonna happen again. It was a good time for what it was,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think that trio was ever gonna happen again. Nah. Me and Jamar still cool, but leave it at that.
I got you.
Leave
Is
it at that.
I got you. I got you. I put my little context clues together. I got you. Now, is you and
Yeah.
Jamar? Is you? Because I'm trying to get one thing. One thing I've noticed a little bit is that uh, I get kind of unlucky sometimes with artists because a lot of the artists that I like listening to decide not to drop a lot of music in a little bit because
Right.
which life. I get it. I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of you, we talking about collabs earlier. We're talking about collabs right now. Is there a mainstream artist that you're like, me and him could work on us? Me and him could work. Because I think Smoke said Denzel Curry, if I remember correctly. So I want to hear yours. I swear, if you say Denzel Curry, we going because that's been the nonstop consistent one.
Gate up, man.
Kata,
Gate up, bro. It's my favorite artist, man. Favorite art. He's the artist who got me into hip hop. So you know what I'm saying. That's always been
same here.
like,
Like I said, shout out
like
Cali.
yeah, man. That's always been the guy for me. But I'll say if I like had to think about like somebody else, I'd probably say like just because I mentioned this, a combination of our flows together would be
Mm-hmm.
crazy. Me and JID. Me and Jid. Me and Jid.
Oh Jesus, I
Thought
didn't even
about
think about
it.
that one.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
even think
I'd
about that
love
one.
I'd love to have that one.
Now wait, give me 1 second. We gonna end this part up real quick because I'm getting.
Got you.
And we're back. I'm sorry about the cuss, y'all. My head hurt. I'm not gonna lie. I was having a headache because of that damn hat. I'm not wearing a hat no more in interviews. I got too much of a big ass head. Now, where are we at? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Oh, JID. JID.
Yes.
And you talking about Kendrick? You talking about Kendrick earlier? Kendrick dropped an
Yep.
album.
I love that album, man. Love that album.
Listen. I asked Smoke. I asked shout out Dean reacting to the community. I asked him as well because we recorded an interview on the day it dropped. What's your top 3 on that song, man?
After listening to it a couple times, I'll probably say Squabble Up, Peekaboo, and Hard Part 6.
No Luther?
I really do like Luther. Luther, but one Squabble Up, everybody was waiting for that song. Peekaboo, it was something about that beat that was taking me over. And
mine was no one liked Peekaboo. I'm not gonna lie. I felt like it was. They were like, "Oh, this is okay. This might be one of the lower ones." No one liked Peekaboo, and I was like, "Y'all not listening to the beat? What we doing,
bro? I don't know why niggas don't like Peekaboo, bro. I love Peekaboo, but in a Hard Part 6, because that the storytelling plus the sample is so beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah, but Luther definitely up there. I will not act like Luther is not up there, man.
Now speaking of music, right? We're on the topic of music because it's what we're here for. We love the music and everything. And I've been going off on like, what is your like as an artist? Because we all have like I've noticed a lot of artists has those songs. They go, man, yeah, it was cool at the time. Like talking about another EP. It was cool at the time, but like now it's like okay, nah, it's probably not. Now, what's some of those songs that you've listened to that you go, no matter if it's 2021, if we in 2050, right? We old as hell now, and we look back and we go, man, 2020. What was one of the songs in the 2020s? I go, yeah, this shit's a classic, timeless. I did good on this one. What's your thoughts?
So a song back in 2020. I'm gonna use that. A song back in 2020 that
I was saying the decade.
Ooh.
Your music, man. Your music.
Okay, so in a decade, a song that I'd be like, yo, this is crazy. I got a couple of those. I'm not gonna lie. I got a couple of those. But I will say, so if I'll do this, if we're going on like a song with a feature, I'm gonna say Lunatic. If we're going on a song with a feature, because that song is absolutely nuts. But if we're going on a song with just me, I will say Cammy Part 3. For now, I will say Cammy Part 3.
That's a good one. I'm not gonna lie, that's a good one.
Cammy Part 3. Cammy Part 3 was me when it was something in the water. I don't know what was in the water, but something was in that bitch.
Yeah. Now, a lot of people may not know this if they seen your Instagram or I think you posted on Twitter a couple of times that you did at college. You did a little. Right. I think you did a spoken word.
Oh yeah.
You did a spoken word. Well, what was that? Yeah. What was that backstory on that? Because I think that was how I was like able to like fully grasp how good of a musician, good of an actual hip hop person you actually are. Because hearing the music is hearing the music. Because realistically, a lot of people in hip hop write their music, and then so we kind of just go, oh yeah, he's great, and then figuring out there's 40 people writing for him instead. But like hearing like spoken words, I feel like if you can do a spoken word and you can have it good, I feel like that kind of gives you from here to about like right up here on that type of thing. So that's how I was able to classify. So what was that backstory? What was that thing that you go in like college doing spoken word and a little I think it was a competition, right? If I remember correctly.
The spoken word was just that was really just performance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that? What was that? What went through your mind when you were making that part? When you were going through the spoken word part?
Like when I was like performing it and
Mm-hmm.
everything. Um,
Because like
well,
I'd be terrified. Personally, I'd be like,
well,
no.
I'll say since at the beginning of my college year, I performed for the very first time. Uh, and after performing a couple times, I kind of got used to performing. But that day, I was literally, I was on my last leg. It was just a lot going on that day, and
No.
I was like, you know what? Let me let out my feelings in the best way that I know how to,
Mm-hmm.
and that was through my lyrics. So you know what I'm saying. So that day, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna perform. Boom, 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 and it was like the little space we were in. It has never been that crowded until that day.
Because that's thing. I was like,
Yes.
bro, it was like crowded. When I think because someone who was there recording it, showing a little panel of like the audience and everything, and it was like,
Yeah, bro. There was people there, and there was like for the person who was behind the camera, there was like 50 something people back there too, bro. And that was the most people we've ever had in our little area because that's
mm-hmm,
the little, that little place we're at. It's the little area for my little poetry organization called MSU Poets down here at the college. So yeah, what was going through my head? I was just like, ooh, that's okay. It's a lot of people, and that was my first time like doing spoken word because I usually just get on the mic, rap
yeah,
my song real quick, I'm gone. But this is my first time doing actual spoken word, staying here, having people actually listen to what I'm saying
mm-hmm,
instead of there being an instrumental in the background. So, I was a little nervous at first, but the more you rap and the more you hear like the crowd's feedback and all that, the more you really get into it.
mm-hmm,
You know what I mean? And it went from me being nervous to me just, started feeling myself,
yeah,
and I was in my feelings, but I started to feel better when I saw how many people were like connecting with me, appreciating what I was saying and all that. You know what I mean? Because
mm-hmm,
I've never, until that spoken word, I never knew how many people can like resonate and connect with my words. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because people say that after they listen to a song, but in the moment while it's live, no instrumental, you hearing just me,
yeah.
you really get to hear it better. So it was just a great experience, man. I just loved the audience I had, everything. It was a good time. It was a bad time beforehand, but it
Yeah.
was still a really good time performing. And that's like probably one of my by myself, that's still like one of my most viewed things like on Instagram and all of that. Like that's like my most viewed reel on Instagram. To be honest, I wasn't even expecting it to pop that much because I was like, it's a 4 minute video on Instagram.
Yeah.
Who finna
Who
who
finna
finna
watch
who
this?
finna
Yeah.
watch this? And then I look back at it and say like, yeah, 7K views, 200, 300 something likes. I'm like, damn. you know?
I mean, I feel
So
that honestly.
yeah,
For
bro. And really, and as that same spoken word thing, it got turned into it turned into a song,
mm-hmm.
made it a whole song. It was a song first, but what I was writing and all of that, I was like, I thought about it and I was like, I think I could make this into, a spoken
Yeah.
word thing. You know what I mean? So song and spoken word, put it together, and still I think, not even think, I know that track, that song, those words, one of the most life changing songs I've ever created so far in my life. Yeah.
I
Beautiful moment.
honestly, I think that's how I figured out you had an Instagram. Because
Oh.
I think someone was it. I think it was Asaph. I think he posted on his story. And at the
Mm,
time, I was like, I kind of kept like even this whole scene. I kind of kept this off my Instagram because I was like, it's a Twitter thing. It's a Twitter thing. We gonna keep it on
yeah.
Twitter. And I think that thing I had like 4 people from straight. I think it was just Otaku Underworld at that point. Who was shout out
That
them by
makes
the
sense.
way. And
Right.
he posted it, and I got who the fuck is this guy? Who the fuck? Motherfucker doing spoken word, and this I was listening to it, I was like, 4 minutes, alright, it's gonna be a long one, alright.
Right.
And I was able to go, and that's why I was like, I think that's what like, because Astro Coast maybe like a good like cool little fan. I think hearing that, and I think a lot of people can probably agree with me on this part, that went from being a fan to a listener. Well, listener to a fan. Able to actually appreciate the whole words and everything. Because like you said, like, yeah, we hear it on a song, and then we'd be like, I relate to this one. But like in that little moment, that's how I was like, at that point I'm listening, I'm like, okay. Damn, okay.
Yeah.
So
And yeah, man. And plus, like in spoken word, you can really take your time and let people feel your emotions and what you're saying and all that. So
now listen, we hitting to that little time span. Is there anything that you want to say? Any closing remarks? Any lasting inputs you want to put? This all you. This ain't no question. This all. Any closing remarks?
Not really, man. Well, I'll say, way more music coming soon. I have a couple of things planned for next year, so stay tuned for all of those. I got some things. I got some collabs.
Do I get an early link on videos?
Yes, if I get them in time. Yes.
Love to hear that.
Shout out my boy Eclipse. That's my video editor right there, man. I can't go to nobody else. It's my guy right there. He be hooking me up every time. He's been making my videos since I don't even know. That's how long it's been. It's been a little bit. He's been making my videos since probably Headshot, which was like a year ago.
Yeah.
It's my guy right there, man.
Shout out Eclipse, man. Shout out Eclipse,
man. That boy be hooking me up every single time. But yeah, more music coming soon. I'm gonna low key try to start soon when I get everything together and when I get a real stable connection. I'm gonna try to start streaming more because even though I don't post video game content no more, I be on this bitch every time, and I think niggas should see what I go through and how I am when I play video games. Because yeah, the most y'all get to see of that is on King Marcel's royalty channel, where y'all literally see me playing games. Y'all see me in my full element. But yeah, man, I'm gonna start streaming some more soon. More music coming soon, more collabs. Definitely confirming that EP. I don't know about Hydroplanet 2 yet, but me and ASAP gonna talk about that. We gonna. It's a lot of Sonic shit coming out, so you know we gotta. Yeah, we gonna make some shit. We gonna make some shit.
Man, y'all hear it here first. Once he gets his streaming setup shit, I'm finna whoop his ass in Sparking Zero, and we gonna play in Tekken. So we gonna hear all that point.
What is this guy talking about?
No, but y'all gonna see more Galaxy on the channel next year. We gonna get 2025. Gonna get shit cooking. Now listen, it's been your boy. Make sure y'all check out reactions. We got a couple reaction to Galaxy on either his song or he was on a feature. Make sure y'all check out our interview with Smoke, our last interview, and make sure y'all check out our album review we just dropped yesterday for Mirror Blackwell. Man, we out.
Sir.
We out. I appreciate you, my boy. We out.